Selling a home isn't always as simple as putting up a sign in the yard. Life changes, inherited properties, repairs, and unexpected challenges can make the process feel overwhelming. Daniel Donate and home buying specialist and John Kirschenboim, owner of John Buys Bay Area Houses, join us now to answer common questions about selling a home as is and what options are available to Bay Area homeowners. Daniel and John, welcome to Live in the Bay.
Thank you, Jessica. Thank you for inviting us.
Yes, I always love when people like you come on because you get to educate us on something that is so important. And so, John, I want to start with you first. You know, tell me about the mission behind John Buys Bay Area Houses and what you wanted to do.
Yeah, sure. So a traditional sale in real estate typically involves a realtor. And by selling to a realtor, you actually need to clean up your house. You need to bring it up to date. You need to move out and then list it on the market. Those things take time, effort, energy, money. So we actually offer a very simple alternative to selling the house with a realtor. You sell directly to us. We actually take care of all the repairs, hassle-free. We can buy the house as fast as you need. And we can actually even let you stay there after we close. So we make it super simple. You give us the keys, you get the money for the house, and we make it as easy as possible to sell the home.
So your big part in this is really just making this easy. This can be so stressful for people, especially if they didn't plan on having to do this, if they inherited a property, and you know, the buying a house could be so stressful. So I love that you are trying to make this easy for everyone. Daniel, I want to jump right in and kind of talk about the types of properties. So what kinds of properties do you guys come in and buy?
Yeah, so John buys a wide variety of different type of properties. Doesn't matter if you're looking to sell a condo, a mobile home, single family, multi-unit. We're interested in all of them. So you don't have to feel like we have to fit a certain mold to be able to work with us. We have the ability to buy a wide variety of different real estate.
Something else I learned is that the house could even have tenants in it. Tell me how that works, John.
Yeah, so we are able to buy houses with tenants, specifically landlords who are looking to retire or somebody who just have a tenant there. In the Bay Area, unfortunately, there's some situations with the moratorium, the tenants didn't pay rent in the past, so we're actually able to take that over as well, and we know how to deal with that. We actually have the right professionals and the right property managers to help deal with owning a house with a tenant, and we're actually able to take it off their hands if they don't want to be a landlord anymore, which happens. You know, it's a lot of toilets, termites. It's not easy.
Yes, and one thing I want to also talk about is kind of the condition of the property. So like you said, if you're going to a realtor, a lot of times that comes with having to update everything in the house. And so you guys, you know, are able to buy things as is. Tell me about that and how that helps everyone.
Yeah, so the home will be completely sold as is. So you don't have to worry about having to make the repairs, fix the expensive roof, the foundation. None of that. In fact, even if there's junk left in the property, you can go ahead and leave it there. So that's one of the most important things. Sometimes sellers maybe don't always feel that comfortable showing how the condition of the home is. They don't have to worry about it. I mean, at this point, there's nothing that we haven't seen.
Okay.
I mean, John's been involved with over 2,000 homes that we've bought over the years. So there's not going to be any surprises.
Yeah.
We just leave everything how it is and make it as easy as possible.
John, I like the giggle there because that means you guys really have seen everything, but what you can do is help someone in that situation. So it's not something that they need to go and get fixed and spend a lot of money on. So again, just making this less stressful and so easy for everyone, which is really great. What about complicated titles? You know, what are some instances there that you have encountered that people can still pass over to you guys?
Yeah, so sometimes there is an inherited house, somebody inherited a house, they might be living out of state, they inherited a house right here in the Bay Area. So we actually help navigate throughout the entire probate process if it's required, or if there is unexpected liens on the property, we work with a title company that can actually help facilitate that, and we have other professionals that help us close the transactions. And again, we've seen it all. So whatever the kind of title you have, whatever the issue is, we can help you, and we've dealt with that before.
Yeah, incredible. It sounds like you guys are really stepping in to help people when they're going through major life transitions, right? The house, maybe they need, for whatever reason, they need to get rid of this house. Maybe it's too stressful for them, it's too much work. Every kind of situation you guys are encountering to help people through this. You know, what's the feedback that you've received from clients who have, you know, come to you guys and let you buy the house, and what's the feedback that you've received?
Mostly it's a very positive feedback because, again, selling a house is a super stressful transaction. It's typically the most expensive financial transaction somebody does in their life. Sometimes the house isn't, they're attached emotionally to the house because, their parents lived there for 40 years and they grew up there. So we actually help that with the right kind of approach, and we can really assist everyone who's selling a house to make it the easiest route possible, and eventually they don't need to pay any commissions, any fees. We're the direct buyer, so we're able to help them.
Yes, for anyone that's watching, like I said in the break, we've heard the commercials, we've heard the jingle. If someone has been wanting to reach out, what would you say to them to have them take that step and do it?
Go ahead and do it. It's going to be a very easy process. Just give us a call. We'll set up an appointment. And again, feel comfortable about the situation. Don't worry about cleaning up. Let's just see what you have, and we'll evaluate the home based on the potential that it has, not always just the condition.
Yeah, perfect. Daniel, John, thank you so much for joining us. This was so great. We appreciate you.
Thank you
so
for having
much.
us.
Yes, if you want to learn more about John Buys Bay Area Houses, head to johnbuysbayareahouses.com.